Another agile contract, dynamic scope option. So think like that you have a release in mind and buyer and seller are talking about how much money or the duration we should put for this particular release. Now you estimate that particular release as 100 story points. Now we agree that we are paying $1,000 for these 100 story point, but you can change the stories in between. So the size of the work is defined, and based on the size, we are finding our contractual money. But we are not specifically saying this is the particular user story. So scope can change dynamically, but the size should not be changing. If the size is changing, we need to pay the extra money. That is called dynamic scope option. So there could be a conditions for when you can change the size. For example, we did a release planning of 100 story points. It might be defined that once you start the sprint, you cannot change that particular user story. But if some story is coming in the future, you can definitely replace it. You can replace 8 pointer with 8 pointer, and it will not be costing you extra money because we already factored 100 story point for this particular release. This type of contract is called dynamic scope option. The challenge is really sizing the work because story points are not very crystal clear, scientifically defined, they are judgment oriented. So we need to be very clear how do we size the work in that particular contract, else we may get into the conflict while we are administrating this particular contract.